chat with you lovely guys and gals. I just did about almost 30 minutes on Facebook, but since I was kind of slow, I'd hop over here. These streams the last couple days did really, really good. So we'll see what happens in this live. Finish my training for the week. I'm gonna go to full body 3 days a week. Like I'm noticing I'm liking the full body, but that 4 and 5 days a week, it's tough. I gotta have a day off between. So I'm just gonna have to kind of figure out my exact breakdown of exercises. And some stuff, certain things are only gonna get hit once a week, some of the isolation stuff. But I definitely know every workout needs to have squats, calf raises, bench, dips, chin-ups, right? Or pull-ups. Those gotta be there, right? Those gotta be there. I want to keep working on the shoulder movement. I want to be able to overhead press again. But I also feel like I don't know if I need to be doing extensions every day with all that too, if I'm doing bench and dips 3 times a week. Because man, the dips, I was looking at some old pictures, man. Even one of them I had from the side, my arms were probably the biggest they've been almost since I've been on the tubes. And I was mostly just doing dips at the time, right? So I was close grip benching too. But I was living on dips. It was a picture I didn't even really put up much of anywhere that my ex took. I was doing some stuff. It was like a side shot. I'm like, how come my triceps are that big? And I'm like, man, I was doing all those dips, right? I was doing lots of dips at the time. So I'm doing dips again now. And I feel like my triceps are responding. So I want to have them in every workout on the full body. I feel like I get so much out of them, you know, right? I'm gonna live on chin-ups and dips, I think, but I'm still gonna need curls for sure, because chins are not enough for my biceps. Although I was doing mostly pull-ups and chins then too at that time. I think I was doing any curls. I don't know. We're definitely keeping dips in now. Hardest part though with this full body has been trying to handle any real squat volume during the cut. I feel like I'm maintaining leg size, but it's just difficult to get squats. I'd love to be able to do 2 or 3 sets of squats though, every full body. Oh, them views are coming up. Hit that like button for me though, guys. Come on. It's gonna be like yesterday. The YouTube live algorithm God's being nice to me the last couple days. Something's going on. They're liking it. I've been picking up subscribers pretty decently from these also. But yeah. So yeah, the yesterday did really good. I got like 1,000 views on the bike one, but the one before did really good in the morning. So we're getting people in here pretty quick. They're not regulars either. Like these are new people. Or people who are coming through who are like, oh, well, I haven't seen you in like 5 years, dude. Your live just popped up, right? So that's good stuff. That's really good stuff. So this is a trend that is starting. So that's a pretty good thing, right? It's going to be funny. What's going to happen is I'm about to get my ads and lives because they've told me the date I'm going to get it by on Facebook. And then my Facebook lives are going to be profitable. Then I'm going to be torn. If this sort of views keep happening here, then I'm going to have to really figure this out. I don't know. Those ads and lives may not pay that well on Facebook. We'll see. But yeah, but the cut's going decent. I took a lower back shot I need to put up later to show how the loose skin's coming along. But, and I need to weigh in after this walk. A lot of times I'm finding whooshes are right after the walk in the morning because it's still so early. Because I used to weigh in like this late, be weighing in at 7 o'clock. And so I tend to be a little heavier. So I end up losing weight. So a lot of times after the walk, I go check my weigh-in. It'll be my low for the day. Even though I've had a whole pot of coffee, right? So, well, views are trickling up. Can't complain about that. We'll see how that does. Wonder if I run this one a little longer because the one yesterday morning hit decent views, but it was short. But yeah, the training is done. EMO says, hi, how you doing, bro? You got the first comment. Give me a like, brother. And you got the crown because you're the first comment. People fight for that crown sometimes. It's funny. Which, by the way, super chats give you crown priority. People can literally buy their way to the crown. I am Indian. Okay, cool, man. Bro, welcome from Asperger. Oh, okay. You guys have hosted in your country the WBC World Powerlifting Championship before, by the way. I got an invite to that. So I had an invite to an event in your country a long time ago. I didn't go. So apparently you guys have a little bit of a powerlifting culture over there, right? Where am I from? Everyone knows where I'm from. Jason Blaha. I'm from the Great Republic of Texas, right? I live just north of Houston. But get them likes going, guys. Give Coach Blaha some likes. And let's get some real conversation going besides telling me what country you guys are from. Because quite frankly, this is a strength and fitness channel, guys. The country you're from is not a relevant topic of conversation. We get cock diesel strong and we get jacked, right? This is the channel you come to when you're like, I need to deadlift 270 kilograms. This is where you come. We don't talk about what country we're from. We talk about lifting heavy ass weight, and we talk about getting stacked. Right. Today I just did my testosterone test, waiting on the results. Oh, so you check. So are you using gear and you want to see that, or are you getting tested for TRT? So yeah, if it comes back low, man, go on TRT. I got a spider web wrapped around my face. It's not cool. How'd that happen? I don't like spiders either. So you're just kidding. So you're looking to go on TRT then? Is that what you're doing? So yeah, I'm super pro TRT. By the way, anyone who has low test, TRT will change your life. Where am I going? The same place I'm always going. I walk. We're on a cut, right? So we are doing what is called cardio. I'm doing fasted walking, and then later I'm gonna get on my bike and ride it on camera too. We're not going anywhere. If I do use TRT, should be tested, you don't get to pick. Hey, Black, you don't have any choice in the matter. Sorry. Your doctor doesn't give you the option. And which of those two you will be on will be determined by what country you live in. Well, it'll be the government will pick. What country do you live in? So, and I'll tell you what your options are. What country are you in? USA. You're gonna have two options. You're gonna have testosterone cypionate if you want once every 2 weeks or every week. If you want once every 12 weeks, they're gonna give you Nibido, which is an implant in your butt cheek. And they'll do that pretty like a big giant shot. And they'll do that every 12 weeks, and that would be testosterone and decyclinate. Inithate is not prescribed in the United States. It's not FDA approved. It's generally used in Europe and Asia. So that's how it works, homie. Hulk says, hi, mate. How you doing? I do test sip. I do 200 milligrams of test sip a week. But that's what your prescription is in the U.S. It's going to be sip if you're doing fairly frequent. And if they'll prescribe for the 12-week, every 8 or 12 weeks, if they're the Nibido, if that's the option that you and your doctor decides best for you. I don't recommend that route, personally. Just deal with a shot every 14 days. It's no big deal. I do a weekly shot. So that's how it's going to work. Not that there's any difference between sip or inithate, really. It's like a few hours difference on the half-life, or like 1 day or something. Not a significant difference. right? So, but those are going to be your two choices with current FDA available stuff through your doctor. So you going to a regular endocrinologist, or are you doing a testosterone clinic? Because if you go to the T clinic, they'll give you extra goody goods, a little extra money. You know what I'm saying? Right? A little bit of extra. Whereas your endocrinologist won't do that. Why would I try sugar fasting? Do I look stupid to you? All right. Why would you insult me and think I'm going to do this silly sugar diet stuff? Like, are you accusing me of being a dumbass? Okay. It's called Quest Diagnostic. They do all types of blood. Oh, so you're just doing the testing. You're not at a doctor yet. Gotcha. I thought you were going to the actual clinic and having it taken so that your doctor is going to prescribe some there. All right. Unless Quest is going to prescribe it to you long distance, yeah, I've heard of them. So you're paying out of pocket for that. All right. And your doctor is still going to probably require another test, though, if you go get it. I would have just gone straight to the T clinic. Oh, it's your doctor. Never mind. Well, you're good then. So your doctor's having you do it. So you didn't answer my other question, though. Are you seeing like your regular GP? Did you go to an endocrinologist, or did you go to a testosterone clinic? Like, that's what I asked, and you didn't tell me. You mentioned Quest Diagnostic. I'm like, no, I'm trying to find out who's prescribing your stuff. I'm trying to give you advice, and you're not telling me where you're going. So that's all good. Just your primary. Okay, your primary is not going to give you extra goody goods. He's only going to give you testosterone. So let's say if you go to a T clinic, they'll prescribe other stuff beyond testosterone. They'll give you a little nandrolone if you tell them you need it for your joints. Right? They'll so you get a little Deca on top of there. They'll prescribe growth hormone for you. Right? Testosterone clinics are awesome. That's the way to go. It's how you get around the goofball laws. Because the laws are stupid. PEDs should not be outlawed at all. They should be anyone. If you can legally buy alcohol, you should be able to buy steroids. My opinion, says me. All right, if you're 21 years old, you should be able to walk in over the counter. Yep. Yeah, so your regular endo is going to keep you in the normal range. He's not going to want your testosterone. He's not going to give you 200 milligrams like I get. So he's going to give you 100 if you're low. So the testosterone clinic will top you up a little higher usually. All right. I just told you, Blues, 200 milligrams of test sip. All right. I'm not on anything else though. Like literally, that's it. Just my 200 test sip per week. No growth, no trend. Actually, I wouldn't do trend. I'm 48. Trend would be extremely stupid at my age. I'm not trying to die. In fact, I'm cutting right now to stay under 200 pounds, and I'm doing hours of cardio a day so that I will be healthy. You know, you're 23 at 175. Yeah. You getting that through your GP, or is that through a T clinic? 175 is good. Problem is, a lot of times the guys are in here like, oh, I'm on TRT, wink, wink, and then they're on a bunch of other stuff that's not really TRT. I don't mind. Okay, the T clinic, yeah. Yeah, that's why they're giving you 175 at 20. Your GP is going to be reluctant to give you that at your age. The T clinic will do it though. So, and I don't have a problem with anybody using whatever they want, but they just get silly with the, I'm just on TRT, bro. I'm like, what do you mean, man? You're 500 milligrams of Deca with it. It's not TRT. And you start asking them, it's like, their TRT is 500 tests, 300, like that's not TRT, bro. Just call it what it is. You know, dudes be funny with that stuff. Yeah. So is your E2 stay in range at 175? Yeah, everybody using HH and Ozempic. Yeah, Ozempic craze, but I mean, I get the Ozempic craze. Don't get me wrong. Like I lost all my weight originally the hard way. So I was like 300 pounds when I was 19 and 48 now. I just ran my butt off. I just started jogging every day, and I got to where I was jogging 5 miles every morning before sunup, and I lost over 100 pounds. Right? Six Human says, I love you. I love you too, man. Dude over here says, brah. 100 plus TRT dose crew checking. Yeah, that's not TRT. I mean, I have no problem with you using 600 milligrams. It's your life. If you're happy with it and comfortable with it, man, more power to you, brother. You know? But it's not TRT. Let's just not call it TRT, right? Let's just call it run a 600 test, right? Call it TRT plus. That might be a better term. My E2's at 34. Is that decent? Hey, Blue, you can't drop me numbers. You got to drop me reference ranges. I hate it when people do that because I forget the different things and I don't. You're just dropping me a random number. What's your reference range in comparison to that? Love from North Korea. Does North Korea have? Okay, I'm going to sound really ignorant. Does North Korea have normal internet access to YouTube and stuff, or is it restricted? Bra says, oh, hell yeah, I'm comfortable. The heart is about to give out. Dude, no, 600 tests shouldn't be your heart giving out. There's human clinical trials on 600 tests. So if you're having heart issues on that, then your diet is horrifically bad. Like you need to clean your diet up or something. Will upper back work help with squat, bench, deadlift? Yes. Yes, it will. 600 says, in all seriousness, I've been watching you for like 12 years, and every now and again your live feeds pop up, and I'm reminded you exist. Awesome, man. Check in more often. My stuff will pop up more often if you comment under all my videos. So go check under my stuff. You got to engage my videos more, and then they'll start popping up all the time. All right? You guys forget I exist because y'all didn't engage, and so therefore YouTube doesn't think you're interested, so they don't show you my stuff. All right? Pretty straightforward. So you have to engage, man. But yes, to the other question, upper back work will improve your big three. Rows and pull-ups, man, will work wonders for you. Like I think pull-ups or chin-ups should be like your big four. Well, man, you're still on YouTube. Mr. Ice Cream Fit is good. I'm still training. I did a nice solid workout this morning. I'll get the vlog up here later. We do cardio every day on camera. Yeah, man. Who's this guy? No, in fact, I do not have autism. I am not on the spectrum. So what a really weird comment. Like 2025, guys. To even go around using that term as an insult is technically kind of considered a foul. You might not want to do that under your legal name. You get canceled. Spider curls have been good to me. All right, cool. But they're not upper back. We were talking about upper back work. But yeah, I mean, if you like spider curls, go for it. I like incline curls, just straight barbell curls these days. What's your thoughts on 45-degree back extensions with a barbell in place to help with deadlift? I think it's good exercise. I have a reverse hyper, so I don't do those. But weighted 45-degree hypers, yeah, you should have solid deadlift carryover, right? And it's an easy to recover from exercise. A small movement doesn't beat you up. No, I think that's a solid choice. But anything that trains your glutes will help your deadlift lockout too. So hip thrust, glute bridges, all that'll help. But they're harder to recover from. Right now, I'm on starvation calories. I'm on 3,000 calories. So I've been losing 2 pounds a week on 3,000. I know nobody's ever thought that they're like Blaha on 3,000 calories. the world has ended, he's going to end up being 180 pounds, right? I'm doing 3,000 roughly on this cut every day. And it's been 2 pounds a week of weight loss on that. All it says, if you can squat wide and still get a few inches below parallel, is it worth it, or is it just narrow, still going to produce more quad? All right, there's a little nuance to that answer. The amount of quad hypertrophy your squat potential is going to give you is going to come from the amount of knee bend. So if you can get to a deeper depth, not in terms of parallel, because it's hip versus knee, we're looking at shin angle. So if you can get deeper with a narrower stance in terms of your actual degrees of knee bend, the narrower is going to produce more hypertrophy. But if a wider stance, you can get all the way down to where you can sink your hamstring into your calf, it's going to be equal. So what you're looking at, instead of force generation and hip extension and all of that on a squat, if your goal is quad hypertrophy, you need to be looking at how many degrees of knee angle you get. The deeper you can get the knee angle, the more potential for quad hypertrophy. I have not been in the UK in over a decade. That seems like you were really out of the loop. I've been back in Texas for over 10 years. Man, my regulars come in and laugh because people ask that in the stream. Sometimes it's like, wow. Guys, I was only in the UK for like the first 2 years of my YouTube. I came back to Texas. All right. I think it's 2014 I came back to Texas. So I started my channel in 2012 originally. So that's really kind of you were really out of the loop. You remember doing all the ammo reloading and all the guns and stuff, all that? You think I was doing that in the UK? Come on, man. All right. So, nope, I am back in Texas. Well, definitely, yeah. I mean, if you saw it was in the UK, that was ages ago. I left the UK back to the US again in 2014. This is 2025, so do the math. It's been a little while. It's been a bit. How's the cut going? It's coming along. I'm gonna weigh in after this walk and see where I'm at. See if we whooshed or not. I've been sitting at 211 all week. Budge, but it's also my fault. I ate too much peanut butter early in the week. It probably pulled my deficit up, so pushed all that aside. Jason seemed like an all right guy. I suppose I'm just another dude, man. I'm just me. I'm just a guy who likes to lift weights and coach people and talk about getting strong and jacked. It's nice to take a break from pumping calories in. Not really. I love eating. So 3,000 calories is, I get hungry. That's why I do fasting with it. I only get yesterday, I stopped myself at a 5 hour. I had a 5 hour feed window in the afternoon. And I still ate my 3,000 calories of all bro foods. Like brown rice is my biggest calorie sink. But I figured out how to really get brown rice delicious. I have come up with the recipe to make brown rice absolutely delicious. So you guys ready? Take notes. Because some dudes are like, I don't like brown rice. So I have to have a lot of salt because of all the sweating with the training in the heat and the walking in the heat. So for my brown rice, I add soy sauce, I add sea salt, and I add potassium salt, okay, when I cook it in the Instapot. Then obviously I've got chicken and broccoli and stuff in it. And then after it's done, I pour a healthy guacamole sauce over the top. I like to barbecue. I don't have a grill. I hate explaining over and over and over why I don't have a grill at my house. I feel like a broken record. Can I just leave it at, I don't have a grill at my house right now because I have an enclosed porch in my backyard, so it would burn it down. And I have to leave it out in the grass, and I don't have room in the garage. But I mean, so I grill at my bro's house. I grill whatever. Whatever my friends ask me to grill, if we're having barbecuing, I just grill it. Like, I get asked to man the grill. I'm pretty good at it. I don't know. I make a pretty mean brisket. Coach, what's your opinion on refeed? There's no point. They're for psychological reasons. Glasses must be a pain to wear. I wear contacts. I can't touch my eyes. I tried contacts. I can't do it. I can't touch my eyeball. I tried for an hour. Gave up. Yeah. Well, the glasses slide because I get sweaty out here. I'm sweating. It's pretty hot. Yeah, refeed days there's no physiological reason to do refeeds. People do them because they need the mental break. Right? That's my opinion on it. Get those likes up. How do we have this many comments and views and only 2 likes? You are killing me. Hit that like button. Come on now. Push up and hit it. You know you want to. Give Coach some likes. My regulars come in, they all hit like. If I have a bunch of regulars come in, we'll hit like 20 likes in no time. But it's no regulars in here. These are all new people. Well, Cliff, you're a regular. All right. There we go. All right. As soon as if we get several likes, if we get more people, it kicks into more people's feed immediately. So then more people come in. But it's been a pretty good walk so far. We're getting close to an hour because I did Facebook first. We'll see how long I can walk this one out. I got done earlier with training. I abbreviated the training. I'm going to cut the full day, the full body to 3 days. At 5 is too much. All right. What's your fat percentage of your macros? I don't track percentages of macros. I don't track macros. I track calories. I mean, it's mostly carbs. I try to get I eat about 200 grams of protein. I don't know. However much fat is left. So if you figure about 1,800 calories of brown rice, 200, the rest is fat. I don't know, whatever percentage that is. I don't care. I think it's an irrelevant number, honestly. No, I use the Instant Pot for rice. But since I eat rice for every meal, yes. What's your favorite hobby outside of lifting? Painting my models, playing the guitar. You guys have seen all my Warhammer painting. I've won awards and trophies. And then I play the guitar. I mean, you guys see my Gibson Les Paul and my Fender Strat. And my stuff sometimes. Since I eat rice for every major meal, in theory, yes, I do currently use the Instant Pot. But I cook my chicken in the oven. You know, no, I don't play like Hendrix. You know, not at that level. I need to keep getting better. I need to dedicate more time to it, but I'm so busy with all this stuff and my fitness stuff that I'm not dedicating as much time to it as I'd like. I got like 10 minutes in last night. Yep. How do you make chicken breast taste good? You put it in the oven and you turn it on and it gets hot and then it tastes good. I mean, I put up my stuff. You follow my social media, right? So you already know what's on my chicken. It's not like I don't put pictures of all my food up every day. And every time I cook chicken, I tell you what's on it. So, you know, you guys see this stuff, right? Facebook and Instagram. What drove you to fitness training? I don't know. Gosh, that is a really long, complicated, being an abuse survivor, being really, really fat, having a binge eating issue as a result of my child abuse, were all factors. So, you know, I mean, I've made a lot of videos on that. Like, I'm a massive advocate for child abuse and molestation survivors getting under a barbell, right? I used it to be able to press charges later, like to get strong enough emotionally to press charges. Like the barbell helped me with that a lot. So I'm a massive advocate for that. Yes, I believe in God. I mean, I have my struggles with faith. I'm a Christian, but I do have, I mean, like everyone else, I have my moments of weakness. Um, yeah. Yeah, Jakor, I just put, for chicken breast, I just put garlic and paprika on it and put it in the oven on my baking trays at 400 degrees until it gets brown on the outside, crispy on the edges. And then I put it in the fridge for meal prep. I'm entertaining a powerlifting meet in San Diego that allocates all the funds to youth drug rehab. Cool, man. I did a deadlift charity a few years back for breast cancer. So that's cool, man. All right. So I ended up pulling 625 at that event, which you guys saw the footage. It was fun. It was a costume party and deadlift competition for breast cancer. So I showed up as a Spartan. Oh man, views are trickling down a little bit. It's all good. We hit an hour. I'll go a little longer on this one. It's only 8 o'clock. I finished my training. I was out there lifting at like 5:30 though. I was under the squat bar at 5:30 this morning. Right? That's what we do. Squatting is not fun on this cut right now though. It's just fatiguing. 10 reps of 315 on a high bar is like actually hard right now. It's like, man, what is going on? My low back is getting fatigued on all of that. That's why I've got to adjust the frequency here. My low back is struggling to keep up with the recovery. So I need to have every other day off. So I'm just going to do full body 3 days a week, I think, for a bit on this cut. The 5 is too much, and I don't need that volume to retain muscle. Because I mean, that's an extra hour of cardio I could be doing every morning too. Do enough training to keep all my muscle, maintain muscle and strength, and just cardio my way down leaner. List cardio like a mofo. It's been working. You pen, I do once a week. So for me, it's test sip once a week. Why would anyone do twice? That's just silly. I know it's a trend, but it's not based on real physiology, and endocrinologists roll their eyes at it. You're only on HCG, all right. You're using weight vessel walking? Yes. Right now I'm not, because I'm trying to do lists. I used to walk with the 50-pound vest all the time, but the walks were shorter. I'm doing hours of cardio every day now. And I'm actually not having a farmer's tan from the vest. I'm actually getting an even tan somewhat. Yeah, I used to do the 50-pound vest all the time. I have a Rogue vest, holds up to 50. So that's what I used to do. I mean, I got a little stuff on, but it's nothing super heavy. All my extra bags, but that's not really heavy, you know, right? I'm just wearing shorts, work boots, and I got a fanny pack with you know, that thing. 3 extra magazines, just in case, you know, you might need 50, 60 rounds. I'm just saying. Could be a rabid troll show up. Right? Plus, I like to have separate type for auto glass versus people. You know, I've got some critical duty. Really, how so? Nice. There's no mountain lions here, dude. We have coyotes at the edge of my neighborhood, though. There are coyotes in my neighborhood. They eat the cats and dogs because people won't put their pets up at night. They're giving them a steady supply of food, knowing there's coyotes. But, you know, what do you do? No, you see the fanny pack here. But we don't talk pew-pew. Pew-pew is horrible for the algorithm, so let's stop. No more. Yeah, if I'm in jeans, so obviously it's inside the waistband. I don't open carry, even though I can legally open carry. I choose not to. Yeah, no pew-pew talk. So move on to a different topic. It's horrible for my algorithm and monetization. So we're just gonna move on from that. All right, man, the views are picking up a little bit. I should walk a little longer, right? Getting some strong views here if I can keep a connection. Yeah, these streams are doing better and better. Like, I got like 1,000 views in one of them yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, so exactly, we just leave it there, that thing. We just leave it as code, right? That plastic fantastic. The plastic fantastic. With the federal HST. You know, y'all don't know what that is though. That's just a protein bar. That's the protein bars I carry in my fanny pack. Keep a few of them. All right, yeah, that's a protein bar. So, yeah, I usually do federal HST plus P, which is a really high protein. That plus P stands for high protein. Extra protein plus P. Does not stand for extra pressure. Are smelling salts good to use every now and then? No, I don't use any of that. I don't use smelling salts. I don't even use them at meets. I don't even use pre-workout. I didn't even use orals my last meet. I went and broke state records with no orals, no stems. Just walked in all chill. You guys saw that one record, that deadlift record. I'm just like, I set it down all general on the floor. I'm just like, state record. Then I went up 20 kilos and missed it. So I broke my own record and I went up 20 kilos and I missed it at the knee. But the first one, I just set it down all general on the ground, all calm. Yeah, it's all good. It's no big deal. No, you don't need any of this stuff, man. Right? Like, I RDL'd it and just set it gently. Everybody's like, you gotta slam the way. Like, dude, I just set a state record and I just set it on the ground, barely touched it on the ground, all soft. Like, why can't people lift like that? Everybody thinks everything has to be so melodramatic. Like, dude, if you're strong, you don't have to do all that, right? Dude's throwing their dumbbells on the floor. You look like it's a jackass when you do that. All right, Jason, you should stream on Twitch. You'd do well. How much does it pay? Does it pay? How's that work? I'm already get all these lives that pay. So, I mean, another whole stream. They're about to monetize my Facebook lives. I got a memo giving me the latest date by which it will happen. So even those will be putting money in soon. All right. Gotta make that money, more money. I want your money. I want more money. I want your money. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting that, right? Sing along, guys. All right. Y'all know that song, Once Upon a Time, by Mariah Lynn. Come on, it's a hit. Do you have any powerlifters you look at who are coming up? No, not really. I mean, just the normal. I look up to the same normal people everyone else did, like Arnold, and then Kaz, the Kaz, Bill Kazmaier kind of inspired me to also get strong. Arnold was obviously the inspiration for me to get jacked. Bill Kazmaier kind of to get strong. It was like incredible back then on ESPN, right? My age is showing. Yeah, I didn't start working out just 10 years ago, guys. It's been a while. It goes by donations on Twitch. Kick, though, is another platform. Yeah, I mean, I'm already monetized on all this other stuff, dude. So unless I can stream multiples all at the same time, I'm not really, especially on the phone, it might be hard. My phone's not gonna let me stream 3 different platforms concurrently. If it did, man, I need to figure out how to do that, right? If I could make the YouTube and the Facebook both stream at the same time through my phone, that'd be a game changer. I need to look and see if that's a thing. Is that possible? Carry 2 phones. I could do it with 2 phones. I have 2 phones. That could be an option. Man, that's brilliant. I can't believe I haven't thought of just using both of my iPhones and having both streams going concurrently. What? Let's try that tomorrow. Do you guys think I could make that work? Try to hold two phones while I'm walking. How will I push my glasses up? I don't know how I'm going to pull that off. I might have to get one of those little things and strap it to my head. Might be what we have to do. You know? Yeah, I just don't want to do any more platforms. I already have 4 monetized platforms. I got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I don't even do that much Instagram. I don't have enough followers. It makes $5 a month. And then my OnlyFans, which makes a little trickle. I don't really put content up. I have foot pictures. I'm dead serious, by the way. Foot pictures, literally, right now. Dudes be buying foot pictures. I'm not hating. Right. Apparently I have aesthetic feet. I don't know. I just don't know, guys. All right. We're holding a good connection. I should just walk a little longer. I'm going to do another hour on the bike here inside later. But this is getting good little views. You know, it's holding a connection. I'll walk a little longer. We've been well over an hour. How good are heavy dips for both bench strength and tricep? They're great, but you don't need to go that heavy. I mean, keep in mind, dips. What's going on? I like dips, actually. I've been doing dips every workout right now. I'm not going heavy. I've been doing it for you. I'm about to drop down to a 25-pound plate and just rep the hell out of them, honestly. I mean, I could go pretty heavy when I was going to just a parallel, but now that I'm going super deep, I've just been doing 8s with a 45, and I get a hell of a burn. But I mean, I may drop to a 25 and just really crank out reps. But no, dips work great for both. They carry over to your bench. They're great tricep builder. You know? First guy who benched like 600 pounds used to swear by dips back in the day. Right? No, I like dips. To really get the most out of them, you got to go deep. Like I was going to just parallel, and honestly, I didn't feel as much, even with 90 pounds, as I do going deeper with a 45. I get way more activation, even though it's, you know, weaker. So it doesn't necessarily need to be heavy. Think of it as a hypertrophy exercise. You're doing it to build your pecs and triceps. You're not doing it to build neural drive. You can bench heavy for the neural drive. Right? Would be my advice. You know, take it for what it's worth. Bicep were good for improving a tricep health. I don't know if that's good for improving tricep health, but bigger biceps are never a bad thing. Do you want to look like you lift? You should probably do some curls. Would you recommend walking at night? Well, Grant, I'm not going to give you advice on that sort of thing, man. That's going to be for you to decide for yourself. You know, I can't help you there, dude. You live in a rough area. You know, you could throw some armor on, carry an AR, you'd be good, I guess. You know, I lived in a rough area. That's how I'd go walk. But I don't care. I'm crazy. I really don't care. Do you like the hex bar? No, I think it's garbage. I think a hex bar is a solution looking for a problem. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wind this down. The views trickled down finally. I'm past my minimum time for this walk, so we're good. I'll do a bike ride for you guys here later. I'll talk to you next time.